Good day and welcome to Mining Review Africa in partnership with DRC Mining Week 2026. And today we are speaking to Jeanine Mabunda Lioko, who's the managing partner of Crysos. Jeanine will be speaking at this year's DRC Mining Week taking place from the 17th to the 19th of June in Lubumbashi. By way of introduction, Jeanine is a Congolese lawyer, an expert in organizational government, and a former senior government official. She has extensive experience in the mining, financial, public policy, and institutional management sectors in the DRC. She was also the first woman elected as Speaker of the DRC's National Assembly, and she's also served on the board of directors of Randgold Resources, now Barrick Gold, as its first non-executive director. Today she leads Crysos, which is a consulting firm specializing in strategy and public affairs management. The company focuses on mining transactions, geopolitical risk analysis, institutional dialogue, governance, and stakeholder engagement in Africa. There, she advises international investors and companies operating in complex environments. Today, we are speaking to Jeanine about women in mining in the DRC. Thank you for your time, Jeanine, and welcome to Mining Review Africa.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you for your time too, and all the efforts around the mining ecosystem in DRC.
Okay. Now, Jeanine, our focus today is on women in mining in the DRC. Can you tell me how much progress has been made to empower women in the DRC mining sector?
I think your question give the real timing about how this conversation is fit with today's challenge and reality. There has definitively been progress for women in the mining sector, not only in DRC, but across Africa, I will say. And I don't say it theoretically, I say it from my observation, from personal experience as the first female non-executive director in a very secluded men's world, which is the mining world. And I felt that when I joined the board of Barrick, it was the first time there were a woman and a Black woman, especially. So it really echoes to me when you raise this question. And that experience allowed me to understand that both opportunities and the structural challenge that women still face in mining environment, because traditionally it's more a male word, yes, a male's word. But what is encouraging, because we are speaking about today, is that we are increasingly see women rising across Africa, across different mining jurisdiction, not only in corporate leadership, but also in technical function, in regulation, in local value chain, and in entrepreneurship. So it's different phases of the role and the space that women occupy today in the mining sector.
Okay. Now, Jeanine, clearly some progress has been made, but what are some of the challenges that women still face in the mining sector, particularly seeing that it's still a male-dominated sector?
You're right. The picture is not just pink or easy. It's a step-by-step approach, and I will say that major challenge still remain, especially what I see is technical exposure, access to financing, and structural opportunity. The issue is not about woman talent. Talent does exist. The real challenge is building stronger ecosystem around women in mining through training, through financing, through mentorship, to subcontracting, and maybe stronger coordination inside the ecosystem, inside the platform. When mining companies speak to financial institutions, pay attention to communities led by women, and speak to or share with public actors a view about regulation favorable to women.
Okay, now Jeanine, you touched on financing, and obviously this is a very crucial part of empowering women in the mining sector. How can women unlock more access to financing in order to succeed in the mining industry?
When you say financing, people will probably think directly about
Yeah,
capital mobilization, but I will say that access to financing require more than just this capital mobilization. Women also need, I think, project structuring, mentorship. I really insist on it because mentorship really changed my path into that sector, and support to build credible and bankable businesses. Don't remember that women are very prudent about taking loans, borrowing monies, and this is why stronger bridge are needed between mining operators, banks, development banks or development bank an institution, and women entrepreneurs. There is a lot of, generally speaking, woman entrepreneurship program today, which reveals to be very effective when it is about backing and helping women to rise, even in the mining sector.
absolutely. Now, Jeanine, I want to turn your attention to artisanal mining, and obviously it plays a huge role, not just in the DRC, but throughout Africa. Talk to me, how can we protect and empower female artisanal miners to ensure that they are protected, that they are able to allow their business to grow, and that they can work in a fair platform?
You name it and you touch it. When you speak about a female artisanal miner, for me, I get a broader concept of community and the impact of women in that community, in that artisanal miner community. And when we speak about women inclusion, we should also look at how mining communities themselves can participate in long-term value creation. I always was impressed, and I keep on being impressed by this self-speaking example, the Royal Bafokeng Nation in South Africa. It's very interesting because over the time, this small community, this artisanal community, I will say, succeed in consolidating and solidifying their participation in platinum mining assets. And they evolve into significant long-term economic value for the community. And this example shows that it's feasible, it's possible. It's even more impactful when women are involved and participating at the first row, because women never forget a village. That's an African say. Woman never forget the village. She always look back and say, I'm coming from there. I have to improve. I keep memory, and I work for me, for my family, and for them. So this kind of models shows that mining can create broader local empowerment when governance, participation, and long-term vision are aligned with some woman leadership also.
Absolutely. One final question, Janine. Now, you are speaking at this year's DRC Mining Week on the topic of women in mining. How does an event like this help to empower females in the DRC mining sector?
I think it's events like DRC Mining are very important because they create visibility, network, and partnership. Remember that mining is perceived by distant eyes. Mining is perceived as a very secluded, very closed sector. And with this kind of platform, it brings together operators, investors, entrepreneurs, and institutions within the same ecosystem. And real empowerment begins when all these different corners of the mining ecosystem start to speak together, to get conversation, and it can probably lead sometime to concrete operational and business opportunities. It make also regulator more aware of some obstacles and barriers that they need to lift. And I believe that the future of mining in DRC, but generally speaking, I like to see it on a Pan-African level. The future of mining will depend not only on what we extract from the ground, but on how effectively and efficiently we build ecosystem around people, community, local capacity. It all was stressed after the mine has been extracted. And I look forward to continue this discussion at the DRC Mining Week because it's relevant.
Absolutely. Well, Jeanine, thank you very much for your insights today, and I look forward to meeting you in person at DRC Mining Week in a few weeks' time.
Yes, thank you, and thank you to all the efforts done for that.
Thank you. And just a note to our audience, if you want more information on DRC Mining Week, visit drcminingweek.com. Until next time, goodbye.
Goodbye. See you there.
Thanks, Jeanine.
Bye.